What is the scenario for each team to win? Let's start with the Bengals. What do you see having to happen for the Bengals to get this done?
Well, if you look at the defensive line that they're going to be facing, it's good. I mean, they've got Leonard Floyd. They're going up against Aaron Donald, Von Miller. I mean, all those guys are 9+ sack guys during the regular season. They all have at least a sack and a half. I believe Aaron Donald has 2 in the regular season, or the postseason. So these guys, they've been playing really good football for a long time. And so as I looked at this, Cincinnati gave up 51 sacks in the regular season. You look at the playoffs, a couple sacks against Oakland, 9 against Tennessee, and then, just 1 against the Chiefs. And the reason why they were able to get bailed out against Tennessee is Ryan Tannehill threw 3 interceptions and their offense wasn't great. And so if you're playing a team like the Rams, who can score the football, who can run it, they can throw it, they've got a lot of weapons, a lot of options. The number I looked at was kind of 3.5. The Bengals this year, when they gave up 5 sacks or more, they're 1-4 in the regular season. They cannot be getting close to that. The Rams are too good. So I think if they can stay 3 sacks or less, keep Joe Burrow upright, and that's going to go in a multitude of things. It's Joe Burrow getting rid of the football. It's getting the running game going, throwing some play action on first down, running the ball on second down, offensive line, Jonah Williams, Isaiah Prince on the edges doing good, doing well against their edge rushers, finding a way inside with their guard tackle or guard center guard to be able to handle Aaron Donald. It's not a one-man show. It's going to have to be double teams just about every play. And then ultimately Zach Taylor mixing it up. Like I said, pass the ball on first down, run on second, get some screens, get some things going. And so a 3.5 sack number for me is kind of a magic number for Cincinnati. And then if you look at the Rams on the other side with Matt Stafford and what he's able to do, I think, maybe the number right there is maybe 1.5 interceptions. If there's going to be some mistakes, there's going to be some turnovers that happen in this game. There generally are. As long as Matt doesn't have a game where he throws multiple picks, I think that they've got a really good shot of winning. They've got Cooper Kupp. They've got Odell Beckham Jr. They have the weapons. Akers will be running the ball well. They should be pretty healthy. And they've been playing really good football, and they've come from behind. You feel like they have that confidence about them. And, Dan, everybody always likes to look at these teams because you look at the offenses for both of them. Elite receivers all over the place, and they've been scoring a ton of points. But if you look historically, especially recently, first halves have been very, very slow. And both teams come out, coaches come out. No one wants to make the critical error early in the game that will ultimately cost them. You want to just be having a chance to play for it heading into the fourth. And so that's why you see the over-under total sitting there at about 48.5, 49 on FanDuel. And, it makes a lot of sense why it would be there. A lot of people think that thing's going to blow the over. I think it'll be slightly, but, I'm looking at this thing more than 27, 24. I like Cincinnati just simply because if you look at Joe Burrow's history and gotta have it games, he's a big-time player, man. He is a big-time player. He stands there. He's cool. He's calm. He's collected. And the quarterback of an NFL team, and really any team now at this point, because there's so much that's pushed on them responsibility-wise, they're like the dog walker. And you ever see someone walking, they're nervous, they get around people, you can feel that anxiety. The dog can feel the anxiety. That dog, Dan, is the rest of the team. And so Joe Burrow, with how calm he is, they're down 18 points. He knows there's no 19-point play. Let's go out. Let's get a positive play on first down. Let's get a first down. Let's start stacking first downs. All of a sudden, you get in the red zone, you get a touchdown. Well, now we're in business, and your defense feels good about it. Your offense knows you're not in panic mode, and I think that'll ultimately end up being the difference in this game.
Well, let me go to the rest of the team. How big are nerves in this game? And I'm not just talking about Burrow. Is it as simple as, once you take the first hit, you're into the game, forget about it? Or how big
I think you probably settle in a couple minutes into the game, whether it's a play, 2 plays, whatever it is for a quarterback, probably getting that first pass. Most defensive players, like they have to feel their pads pop, offensive linemen, maybe receiver, it's that first catch. But your emotions and your anxiety are running so high. And when you're playing a one-off, this is the only, major professional sport in the United States where it's a one-off situation where it's winner take all, one game. And so it's not like you can settle in like, all right, we'll collect, we'll regroup, we can come back in game 2. It's the same as college basketball. You go through the tournament, like you've got to win. And so people, you feel like they kind of press at the beginning. And so I do think the fact that Zach Taylor and McVay, they've got experience here, from the Rams back when they made it 5 years ago, you feel like that's a little bit of a bonus. Pretty young team for Cincinnati, but Joe Burrow, he's played in the national championship. He played huge in it. Jamar Chase similarly. And I think when you have leaders that have been there that can talk about those experiences, they understand that this is the biggest moment for all of these guys. But you settle in 2 or 3 minutes into the game, and then you start feeling good about everything.